What's good, Flow Jedis? This video today is about flexing your intuition. Stay tuned.
Yeah. I'm inspired. I'm inspired.
Number one, I want you to try and practice making quick decisions, okay? Quick decision-making skills. Quick decisions on very minor matters. Like, let's say that you're picking a movie on Netflix. Count to 10, count to 30, right? And practice doing this. Picking something off of the menu in a restaurant, okay? This is also very powerful, another powerful technique. So the more you can do this, the more you can get used to this, the more empowering it's actually going to be for you, okay? I'm gonna get into the next few as I get into my car, okay? Let's get it. So essentially you can also do the same thing when you are trying to pick something to wear, right? You don't have to decide and take hours to pick something to wear, right? You can have everything sort of lined up for you as you know that, okay, this is something that I'm deciding to wear today. It's almost like, you know how cartoon characters wear the same thing every day? Well, that's kind of beneficial because they save a lot of time, you know? They save a lot of time in the sense of like, okay, I don't have to pick and try to coordinate everything at once. So have some very staple items in your wardrobe. And in that sense, you can, you know, really start to understand that, okay, I don't need to make a huge decision there, right? It's a very quick decision. Again, you can do a countdown. You can do 10, 9, 8, 7, like that. And what it does is it gets you more into that decision-making state. The next thing you want to practice is basically making predictions, okay? So as you make predictions, you can do this for different kinds of sporting events, who's going to win. You can do this with, you know, if there is some kind of an award going on, some kind of ceremony like the Oscars, the Grammys, right? You can try and guess who's going to be the winner of these. You could also practice predicting like what someone is going to wear to work tomorrow or something like this. Like, just make very, very small predictions and then start to stack those predictions. It could be the fact that, you know, which server is serving the restaurant. Let's say you go somewhere and you know that they're there on a specific work shift, or let's say that someone calls your phone, you can guess who's calling you. Now this happens very miraculously at times that we know exactly who's calling us at what time. We can practice, you know, this guesswork. It's not really guesswork, it's, again, you're practicing your intuition muscles, right? So in a sense, you want to practice just that prediction and practice predicting just, you know, events and different things around that are going on for you. The next thing that you can try doing is you can try watching television. And as you're watching television, you could have a movie that you're watching or a show that you're watching and just mute the show, right? And just start watching the show without any sound. Now, as you start doing this, you can also practice guessing the storyline or predicting what exactly is happening, right? As this is happening, you could start to guess what the storyline is saying, and then you could also rewind the movie and then start seeing if you were correct, okay? The last one that I want to really leave you with is a very important one. So when you start to meet people or you start to meet strangers, you want to try guessing different things about them, right? So cold readers do this very well, psychics do this very well. They have a very intuitive skill set in telling, like, okay, this person is, you know, struggling with this area, or this person needs to work on this area of their life, right, or something like that. They can just tell. So what I want you to do is whenever you meet someone new is practice guessing their hobbies, practice guessing their favorite foods, you know, basically come up with a storyline for them. I know we do this sometimes when we're sitting in a restaurant and we're looking at people and we're saying this person does this, right, or that's their occupation and that's their occupation. So these games actually help you with your intuition. You might be completely off. As you start doing this more and more, you'll start to be noticing the synchronicities and patterns, okay? And as you notice those patterns, it's going to be a lot more easier for you to guess and predict what exactly these people are doing, you know, what emotions they're feeling. Now, some people have this psychic strength very automatically, right? It's not something that is trained, but it's something that may have a genetic quality to it, or just something that they're born with. Now, that's okay. At the same time, understand that this is a skill set that can be trained, right? Just like if you blindfold yourself and watch a movie, or you put the sound off and watch the movie, or you blindfold yourself and watch the movie, you're building up your senses, right? So you're engaging and you're working on specific senses, like your sense of sight, your sense of hearing, right? Your auditory, your kinesthetic, all of these senses you might be lacking in certain senses. But if you block one sense, the other senses start to heighten. So that's the great thing about doing this kind of work is, yes, you become sensitive, but you know how to use those sensitivities to heal, to better the world, and to be more intuitive. And you also become a fast decision maker. The most successful people on the planet that I know, that I've heard of, are very, very quick and fast communicators and decision makers, okay? Money loves speed, remember this. So really start to understand that it works both for people who are more spiritual and people who are more, physical, you could say, or tapped into this realm. So it's a very, very powerful thing to flex your intuition muscles and follow these 4 tips that I shared with you, and you'll become a lot better, a lot stronger at being an intuitive Jedi. So have an incredible day. May the flow be with you, and stay legendary. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.